I'm about to do your Gemini tarot reading for January 2022. And in this Gemini love reading, we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. Gemini, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Gemini love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Gemini tarot reading for you. Now, let's get on with this Gemini love reading today, because today we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Gemini, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now, this is not a personal reading, this is a general reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. If a personal reading with me is something you're interested in, you can find the information about that in the description right below this video, as well as in the first pinned comment below this video. But this is a general reading, which means I'm tapping into the collective energy of the group of Gemini people that I'm responsible for getting messages for, which really just means that there's no possible way that this reading is going to resonate with literally every single Gemini person on the whole planet all at the same time, because not every Gemini person is going through the exact same thing all at the same time. Now, it's also important to keep in mind in general readings like this that energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time, especially for cross watchers. So if you're not a Gemini and you're just watching this Gemini love reading because you have the hots for a Gemini and you want to know what's going on between the two of you, I'm totally cool with that. Just keep in mind that especially for cross watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards, so you just got to take it as it resonates. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you should still probably watch the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And you can find the links to those videos, information about the different tarot decks I'm using in this reading, information on my personal readings, crystals, all kinds of fun, helpful stuff is in the description right below this video. But enough yakking. I know it's been a while since I've done a reading for you. I had to take a little bit of time off in November. I did like 36 readings for a YouTube channel. I did 46 personal readings. I took a trip to Texas to visit my fiance. And then when I came back, I still had a bunch of readings to do for December and the beginning of January. So I'm just now finally caught up to the point that I can start doing the YouTube readings again. So enough yakking. Let's get this Gemini love reading started. What is the mutual point of interest between Gemini and their romantic person of interest in January 2022, please? What's going on between Gemini? Okay, we're taking 2. Feeling a little choked up right now. Let's get 3 cards for Gemini. What's going on with Gemini as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them? Got one already flipped. January 2022. Okay. Now let's get 3 cards for your person, Gemini. What's going on with Gemini's romantic person of interest as it relates to Gemini and the connection between the two of them here in January 2022, please? Oh, we got an extra one for your person here. Let's see. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the World. This is the final card of the major arcana. It represents completions of things. So this is the ending of one cycle and at the same time the beginning of a beautiful new cycle. So we got something coming to an end in this connection and something new starting up. Not 100% sure what that is yet. Oh, hey. At the very end of the tarot deck, now the very beginning card of the major arcana, card 0, the Fool. So we are ending something and starting over at the beginning in something else. The Fool is about taking the blind leap of faith on something. It represents a new beginning. It also represents not needing to know what the final outcome is going to be on something before you guys take the first step on it. Not needing to know what the end result is going to be, not needing to be able to see the entire step-by-step process in front of you before you take the first step. It's about just having the blind faith to go ahead and do it. Just jump off the cliff and figure out how to grow wings on the way down. Worry about how to work this out as we move along. So something's coming to an end here. Something new is beginning. That is the overall energy of the reading. We'll probably come back to that a couple of different times as we move along through this. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that is affecting both of you. So it's affecting you in some way, Gemini. It's affecting your person in some way. Not necessarily exactly the same way, though. Normally I get one card for this, but I got two. The mutual point of interest for you guys here in January 2022 is the Ten of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So the Ten of Wands is Sagittarius energy. This is an energy of a very heavy burden being carried. Now, it's also a 10, and in tarot, 10s are completions. So this can represent the completion of a heavy burden being carried. I've got the ending of a cycle, possibly of some heavy burden being carried, and the beginning of some new cycle where we're taking the leap of faith on something. Next, we have this Knight of Swords. This is the fastest moving knight in the tarot deck. It's about rushing forward and speaking the truth on something, rushing forward, taking some rapid, decisive action on something. This is someone who knows what they're doing, and they just come in and take care of business. They don't mess around. They don't have to stop and think about it. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can be like snap judgments, though, where things are just, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to move on this, and didn't really think it through all the way. Kind of similar to that Fool energy in a sense, really. So we got some sort of a heavy burden possibly coming to an end, and then some decisive action being taken on something here. So let's clarify this and find out what's going on. Tell me more about this Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords. Why is that the mutual point of interest between Gemini and their romantic person of interest in January 2022, please? Let's get one more. Why is the Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords the mutual point of interest? Oh, we're taking an extra one, okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. This is Aries energy. This is an energy of being at the beginning stages of manifesting something. In the Two of Wands, the card right before this in the sequence, a person is at like a crossroads. It's a decision point about which of these paths leads me to the world that I want, and which path do I need to like leave behind or not choose. Well, in the Three of Wands, the path has been chosen. Steps have already been started taking down the path, moving in the direction of manifesting the world that you want. And there's a positive expectancy that the thing you want is actually going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. So this is an energy of waiting on something and having this positive expectancy that the thing you want is going to appear. It's just not quite here yet. Right under this Three of Wands, we have the three of the major arcana, the Empress. So she rules over all the threes in the deck, including this one here. She is the mother of the tarot deck. She's perpetually pregnant. So she's constantly giving birth to something. All new things get birthed into our reality via the Empress. She's the gateway between the universe or the divine and this physical 3D reality that we live in. So anytime someone is trying to manifest something, when it actually happens and gets birthed into reality and materializes, it does that via the Empress energy. So she's ruling over this beginning stages of manifesting something and waiting on it to get here. It looks like it's here or it's about to be here. So that's probably what we're talking about. We're having an ending of a cycle of waiting on something and a new beginning here via the Empress, where something's getting birthed into reality. That's probably what this heavy burden was. We were probably waiting on something. It was probably very burdensome to wait on that. And now we have this ability to take some very fast forward movement, some rapid action, some decisive action on something. It looks like the waiting is over and something is being birthed into reality. Now I do have the Five of Pentacles right under that. This is Taurus energy. This is an energy of abandonment. It's about being abandoned, being cast aside, being left out in the cold. A lot of times this is a breakup card. I'm wondering here. Okay, right underneath the breakup, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value, to build something great. What you would be working together to build in this case is the Ten of Pentacles, that maximum stability and abundance and prosperity, that stable, happy home life that we all want. Combining together two people or two families and all their assets and resources to build something very stable. I'm thinking that there may have been, with this person that you're energetically connected to or romantically involved with, thinking about in some way here, I think one of you may have been in another connection, and there has been this burdensome waiting period for that connection to end so that something new could be born in its place here. There's the ending, the abandonment of something, and now we're reaching this point where we can have some teamwork and work together to build something. I feel like waiting on that to happen was probably a pretty heavy burden here. And it's either about to happen or has already happened at this point in January 2022. And now we're having the ability to move forward. To clarify this Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords, I have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Star, and the Two of Pentacles. I'm starting at the end on this one. This Two of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. This is an energy of balance, but it's more about like being off balance or trying to regain your balance or maintain your balance once your balance has been thrown off. It's also like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy here, which can also be burdensome. You're waiting on something. This can represent juggling more than one person, you know, having options here, going back and forth about it. It's feeling like that is a piece of what the burden was, a piece of what we were waiting on to be done and over with, on that cycle to end, so that this new cycle could begin here. So, and it's looking like if it hasn't already ended, it's about to end, because there's the abandonment, the breakup happening, and then the teamwork and the collaboration. We've got the Six of Cups right under that, Scorpio energy. This is a card of the past, so this is like someone from the past making a comeback. This could be a very deep emotional connection between the two of you, kind of be like soulmate level energy. And right under that we have the Six of Wands, like moving forward in success and victory. This is Leo energy. So it's looking like we're waiting on a breakup to happen, and the breakup happens, and now things between the two of you can move forward. Very first clarifier we have here is the Knight of Cups. This is actions toward love and emotions, like romantic gestures, romantic offers, trying to advance this love offer forward, move this love connection forward. Next we have the Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy. This is a card of balance. It's generosity, reciprocity, equal give and take. So this is things getting balanced out, everything being able to move forward where there's an equal give and take connection here. We have the Star. This is Aquarius energy. This is a very powerful card of wish fulfillment. It's a powerful card of healing and hope. This is card 17 of the Major Arcana, the card that comes immediately after the Tower. So you don't really make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower moment first. So even though the Tower is not out here, there definitely was a Tower moment where something came apart, something very dramatically shifted. When that type of thing happens in your life, it can be really hard to see your way forward from there. The star is the guiding light from the universe that shows up to light the way for you so you can see your path moving forward. It's where hope comes from. It's where healing comes from. This can represent divine guidance. In a love reading, this card can represent that you guys are viewing each other as the one, like the one for me. So looking very balanced here. I've got 2 cards of balance, 2 energies of things moving forward in a love connection, moving forward very quickly. The burden that I see out here very well appears to be over with at this point, and if it's not yet, it will be soon. That is the shared energy that's affecting both of you, Gemini. Your energy in January 2022 is the King of Wands, the Moon, and the Hermit. So the King of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Sometimes this can be Leo energy. This is an energy of someone who's got this bold, passionate, fiery determination about them. The King of Wands knows exactly what he wants, and he goes after what he wants with bold, passionate, fiery determination. He doesn't take no for an answer. He doesn't give up. He doesn't accept defeat or excuses or let obstacles get in his way. He knows what he wants, and he goes after it. He'll move mountains to get what he wants. And he almost always does get what he wants. Tell me more about the King of Wands. Why is that here for Gemini in January 2022, please? Feeling all choked up here. Let's get one more. Oh, we'll take 2, thanks. A lot of major arcana energy out here. Bottom of the deck. 6 of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is a card of recognition. It's about recognizing something, and whatever it is that you recognize allows you to move forward in success and victory. 4 of Cups right under that. Getting a little ahead of myself, but I'm seeing the 4 of Cups in your person's energy here. This is Cancer energy. This is an energy of emotional discontentment, not being fully happy with what you have right in front of you, so much so that you're daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that you believe will lead you to more happiness and more fulfillment. Now, a lot of times this will represent that there is a love offer on the table between the 2 of you already, and it just hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left hanging here in the air. That could be a part of what this burden is, could be what cycle is coming to an end so that there can be a leap of faith taken and a new cycle beginning here. Could definitely be that here. Now, sometimes this can also mean that you are contemplating making a love offer to your person, but you just haven't done so yet, maybe out of fear of rejection. It could even be the opposite of that. They could have been contemplating making a love offer to you and haven't done so out of fear of rejection or some other reason getting in the way. It's possible what's getting in the way here of that, the reason that this hasn't been accepted or rejected yet, the reason it hasn't been able to move forward in success and victory just yet, or at least up until this point. We have the Queen of Swords. This is Libra energy. This is an energy of speaking the truth about something. It's also an energy of cutting off the things or the people that no longer serve you. This can be severing a relationship. I'm feeling that's what's going on here, because right under that, I have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's looking like someone is getting severed. The Queen of Pentacles is who you would build the home life around, or the family around here. So it's looking like, if I had to take a guess, place a bet here, I would say that your person was already in some kind of a connection that they probably weren't happy in, and they've been trying to figure out a way to get out of that so that they could move forward with you. And I think that had to happen, like they had to cut off the person that they were with in order to be able to plan for the future here. This Page of Pentacles is almost always planning for the future for me. This is looking like they had the Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy. This is options and choices, but confusion about the options and choices. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different ways that this could have played itself out. and your person had a lot of emotions involved, and they didn't want to make a mistake. They didn't want to pick the wrong cup or pick the wrong option and mess anything up. So they were feeling some confusion about what to do, probably led to some of this burden, at least in terms of how it was feeling for you, possibly even what was burdening them. They had to get this down and weigh the options out and figure it out. Looks like they had to take a pause, take a rest, take a break, go inside to do some thinking about this, some contemplation about this, so they could figure out what to do moving forward. Four of Swords is Libra energy. I think they knew what they want, and you knew what you wanted. It was just a matter of being able to make it happen. Someone had to be severed first, is what it's looking like. Someone had to be severed first, and that took a little bit of planning and thought to figure out the best way to do that. To clarify this King of Wands, I have the Ten of Swords, the Magician, the Hierophant, and Judgment. So this Ten of Swords is Gemini energy. This is an ending to something. This is a swift ending. Sometimes it's a painful ending. Sometimes it's an ending you don't see coming, or an ending in betrayal. But no matter how you slice this, the Ten of Swords is an ending to something here. Again, I feel like that we had someone had to get severed in order for this to move forward with you. Now, whether that's you had to sever somebody, it's looking like your person had to sever someone. But again, this is a general reading, so energies can get flipped around backwards here. So you just got to take it however it resonates for you. But we wanted some kind of an ending, weren't really willing to accept anything less than some sort of an ending. And then we have the Magician here, the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the Tarot deck. He's got all four aces. He's got everything he needs to manifest whatever his will desires, to create the world around him to be in alignment with what his will desires. So this tells me that you were actively manifesting something here related to what you wanted, related to an ending here. Next, we have the Hierophant. So you were probably not just trying to manifest an ending, you were probably also trying to manifest the Hierophant, which is a Taurus energy of commitment. It's about taking things to the next level from wherever they are. Trying to end one cycle and start a new cycle here, and there we are with the Fool, starting that new cycle of probably a commitment between the two of you. I've got the Knight of Cups here, where now this love connection can move forward here. Things are balanced out finally. The final card to clarify this King of Wands is Judgment. This is a very final decision being made here. This is about passing your own final verdict and judgment on something, as in calling it over with, calling it dead. Or this is about resurrection. You see the angel here playing on the horn, and she's resurrecting the dead. This is about bringing something back to life, calling it back from the grave. It's about making a final decision one way or the other between those two things here. So now I'm not sure if you were previously together with this person and then they got involved with somebody else at some point and now you guys are trying to get back together, or if this is you just calling judgment on the connection that either you were in or that they were in, and putting an end to that so that things can move forward between the two of you. But definitely that's the kind of thing that was getting manifested, an ending and a new beginning in some sort of a commitment. Next card in your energy, Gemini, is the Moon. This is Pisces energy. This is an energy of fear, worry, anxiety. It can be an energy of feeling like something is hidden in the dark from you, like you can't see everything, or maybe there's something you don't know about, like a secret being kept. This can also just be about having fear and anxiety because you can't see the entire path in front of you. You can't see the full road because it's dark out. And that's kind of the message of the Moon, is like, you don't really need to see the entire path in front of you. You just need to be able to see the first few steps directly in front of you. It's kind of like driving at nighttime. You can't see the entire road. You can only see the part that your headlights light up. And that's really all you need. You can get all the way across the entire country just by seeing what's right in front of you. So that's kind of the message of the Moon, is not let your fear, worry, and anxiety take you off of the path. Stay on the path anyway. So let's see what we got with the moon here. Tell me more about the moon. Why is that here for Gemini in January 2022? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. This is Leo energy. Fives are conflict, and wands are about passion, desires. So this is a conflict in your desires, like an internal conflict in terms of what it is that you want. You're kind of like pulling yourself in multiple different directions at the same time, playing this internal battle of tug of war with yourself. Almost like a piece of you wants to stay on the path and another piece of you doesn't. Page of Swords is right under that. This is news, messages, communications about something, sometimes about the truth. Sometimes this is an energy of someone who's trying to learn something, trying to figure something out, doing their due diligence on something. Two of Cups right under that, Cancer energy. This is an energy of a love connection between two people. This is I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected, but it is a two, and in tarot, twos represent needing to make some kind of a choice here. Nine of Cups under that, Pisces energy, wish fulfillment. It's also a singles energy here. So I'm starting to feel like maybe you guys aren't together yet, but definitely the thing that's preventing you from being together is about to be cast aside and come to an end so that things can move forward here. Now this moon energy could be that you're having fear, worry, and anxiety about whether or not that's going to take place, whether or not you're going to get this connection and have what it is that your heart desires, your wish fulfillment here, which seems to be the King of Wands. So I'm suspecting that this is your person, again, Sagittarius or Leo energy. You could definitely, I've seen quite a bit of Leo out here. I've seen quite a bit of Sagittarius out here so far. A lot of fire energy. A lot of earth energy too. You could literally be dealing with any sign. Again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you are specifically dealing with. It's going to be different from Gemini to Gemini. So I'm just going to call out all the signs as they stick out to me, that way in case they mean anything to you. But it's like you're having some internal conflict here, possibly about fear, worry, and anxiety on whether or not this path is going to open up for you, whether or not this burden is going to be put down and this connection can move forward or not. I think you're trying to figure out that if I'm going to have this connection, if I'm going to get to my wish fulfillment. Three of Cups right under that King of Wands, Cancer energy of being reunited and celebrating. It's like reconciliation energy. If you guys have never been together before, this would be an energy of you finally becoming united to begin with. You can see she's taking these two separate cups of love, which we just saw right here, and she's pouring them together, mixing them into one bigger cup. So I'm having a feeling like you are unaware that this burden is getting laid down, that there's about to be a breakup on your person's end and free them up to move forward with you. I'm feeling like you're unaware about that and you're having some internal conflict. Maybe some of the time you're thinking like, yeah, this is going to happen, and then other times you're thinking like, no, this is not going to happen. Maybe I should just move on, and you're like conflicted about that. Clarifying the moon, 5 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Cups is Scorpio energy. This is an energy of sadness and remorse about the past. It's about thinking about the past and focusing on these 3 cups that have been spilled out. All the love and emotions that have been spilled out and wasted. All the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled out and wasted. But notice there are 2 upright cups, that 2 of Cups that we just saw in the background. A love connection in the background. This is a card about where is your focus. You can see in the card, the person looks all depressed and hunched over and focused down and inward, and they're focused on the past. and they're feeling the way they felt in the past. They're focused on something that they lost, so they're feeling that loss. They're focused on something that they don't feel like they have, and they're feeling that gap in their life. But right behind them is the thing that they want, and their focus just isn't there. So this is the message in this card is that you actually do get to determine what emotions and energies you experience. It's entirely done by where you place your focus, or where most people screw up is they don't consciously dictate to their focus where it's going to go. They just let it dictate to them where it's going to go, and then their feelings are completely handed to them by wherever their focus decides to go. So this is saying be very consciously aware of where you place your focus. Be consciously aware of where you catch your focus going when you're not paying attention, because that's determining how you feel. That's probably the root cause of this internal conflict and the fear, worry, and anxiety that you have. Next, we have the Six of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. This is about moving forward into calmer waters. It's about leaving all that rough, choppy bullshit in the past and moving forward toward what it is that you actually want. Like at the core of this card's meaning, it's about moving away from something mentally or psychologically painful. Leaving that, moving away from it, and going forward toward what it is that you actually want. Now, the woman and the swords that are stuck in the boat mean that even though you are doing that, you're leaving something behind and moving forward toward what you want, you're carrying some burdens or some lessons from the past along the way with you. But you are moving forward. Next, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Looks like you're moving forward toward what it is that you actually want for sure. This is maximum stability, maximum abundance, maximum prosperity. It's the combining together of two people or two families and all their assets and all their resources to build that happy, stable, abundant home life that we all want. This is most people's goal in terms of the physical 3D reality. So that's looking good. You're probably having fear and worry about whether it's going to happen because you can't quite see everything and you don't quite know all the details of everything just yet. Final card we have for you, Gemini, is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. This is an energy of withdrawal, isolation. It's about being forced to go inside yourself and do some deep soul searching, some deep inner reflection, some deep contemplation, shining your inner light down into the shadows of yourself to figure out what's really going on in here and figure out how to move forward from here. This could be saying that you guys have not had a lot of communication going on right now, which could be another reason why you're feeling burdened, another reason why you feel like, I don't really know what's going on and I'm anxious about all this. So tell me more about the Hermit, please. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Bottom of the deck. Four of Cups. Cancer energy. We've already seen this. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's the very first card in your person's energy, and we'll get to that here next. But this is an energy of emotional discontentment. I'm not happy with the way things are right now. So much so that I keep daydreaming about this other thing that's going to bring me happiness. Waiting on it to get here seems to be burdensome to you. And you can't see exactly what's going on, so you don't really know if this is going to happen or not. Wow. You can't make this up. Right under that Four of Cups, there's the Queen of Swords again, and right under her is the Queen of Pentacles again. Somebody is getting cut off. I think that's the whole reason why this love offer between the two of you hasn't been accepted or rejected yet, or possibly hasn't been offered or accepted yet. There's been this delay because one of you is in another connection. It seems like it's your person, but again, general reading, this can be getting flipped around, so take it however it resonates for you. But somebody has to get cut off first. Now, to clarify this Hermit, this possible, lack of communication between the two of you, things going quiet here, or you doing soul searching, trying to figure this out on whether or not this is going to happen. Clarifying that, we got the Sun, Five of Pentacles, King of Cups. The Sun is Leo energy. This is the happiest card in the tarot deck. This is happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. You can't get a better card than the Sun in a love reading. So this is looking good. This is telling me that your person is a source of happiness to you. They could be like the sunshine that lights up your life. Another meaning for the Sun is illumination. And I talked about here in the Hermit, it's like shining that inner light down into the shadows of yourself to figure something out about how to move forward from here. That's a lot of light being shined on something. We talked about with the Moon card, that feeling of not being able to see everything, like something's hidden in the dark from you. This is the light that shines into the darkness and illuminates all that which is hidden and allowing you to see what's going on. It looks like a lot of happiness is coming your way here, because there's that abandonment again. Like I said, what's in the way of this love offer is someone needs cut off. And there they are, being cut off, being abandoned, being cast aside, being left out in the cold. It's so strange to see these two cards together, like sheer happiness and abandonment at the same time, which is telling me that it's not you that's getting abandoned. Someone else is getting abandoned, and that allows your happiness to come in. King of Cups is the final clarifier for you. This is Pisces energy, sometimes Scorpio energy. This is someone who's very emotionally balanced and stable and in touch with their emotions and their intuition. This is like a father type figure here, a good counselor. This is someone who doesn't always outwardly express how they feel, though. There is a lot of love here. It just may not be openly talked about and openly expressed. The King of Cups doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't publicly broadcast how he's feeling about things. But this is telling me that there's a lot of love and emotions between the two of you. And look, we're advancing from the Knight of Cups, which was the very first clarifier in the reading, and now your last clarifier is the King of Cups. So we've gone up a step here. Actually gone up 2 steps here. So I think things are progressing, whether or not you can see that they're progressing yet. It's probably progressing in the dark without you being able to see it. But it looks like what you want is actually starting to happen here. And we've got the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, and there's the leap of faith being taken on that new cycle. Right under that is the 9 of Coins, which is a singles energy here. Yeah, so I'm feeling like whichever one of you was not actually single, that was preventing this connection between the two of you from getting going. And now that's about to happen. Somebody's ending a connection, becoming single, and there's going to be a new connection starting between the two of you. Now, that was your energy, Gemini. Let me scoot all this crap over here and get us a little bit more room. Take a look at your person's energy. We got the 4 of Cups, the High Priestess, and then these two came out together. We got the Page of Coins and the 4 of Coins. 4 of Cups. That's kind of bizarre too. Their first card and last card are both 4s. 4 of Cups, we've seen this several times. It's still here on the bottom of the deck for your clarifiers. Cancer energy. Emotional discontentment, not being happy with what they have, and they keep daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that they believe is going to bring them happiness and fulfillment. Can also represent a love offer on the table between the two of you that just hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's been left hanging here in the air. Could represent the love offer that they've been wanting to make and just haven't been able to for some reason. So let's clarify this 4 of Cups. Why is the 4 of Cups here for Gemini's person? January 2021. Okay. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. That was the very first card in your energy here. Feel like this is your person. Again, Sagittarius, Leo energy here. They know exactly what they want. And what they want is not the same thing that they currently have. What they want is this other thing that they keep daydreaming about, which appears to be you. Yeah, they have some sort of an internal conflict. Again, Leo energy, 5 of Wands, a conflict in their desires. A piece of them wants one thing, another piece of them wants this opposing thing, and they're pulling in 2 different directions at the same time. It's like you can't drive down the road and turn left and right at the same time. And in terms of their desires, that's kind of what they're trying to do here. Not for long, though. We got the Queen of Cups right underneath that. We've already seen the King of Cups representing this person in your energy. Now we've got the Queen of Cups representing you in their energy. Counterparts, power couple. These are 2 cards that are supposed to be together, which to me represents 2 people who were probably supposed to be together. There's a lot of love and emotions between the 2 of you, and that love is wanting to be given. Tower right underneath that. This is some very abrupt change taking place, some foundation rocking event, like a game changer. After this moment, when something comes crashing down, something abruptly comes apart, nothing's going to be the same again. And that is what leads us back to the World, which is the overall energy of the reading, the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a beautiful new cycle, completion to something. The Tower brings about the ending of their connection and the new beginning of the thing that they want, that they keep daydreaming about, because the very next card is Gemini energy of the Lovers, a very powerful love connection between the 2 of you. This is like divine feminine, divine masculine energy. This is like soulmate type energy here. 2 people who are supposed to be together, at least in terms of how your person's energy is viewing it here. Yeah. 7 of Wands, though, there's some kind of wall here, being walled off and defensive, but this is about defending their position on something, or being willing to fight for what they believe in, fight for what it is that they actually want, which is exactly what the King of Wands does. Now, to clarify this 4 of Cups, we got the 9 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 9 of Wands. So this 9 of Cups, we got 2 9s here. So their initial cards begin and end in 4. The first column of clarifiers begin and end in 9. Don't know if 4-4 or 9-9 or 44-99 or 49-49 means anything to you. You may want to look those angel numbers up and see if that has any application to your situation. But this 9 of Cups is Pisces energy of wish fulfillment. The thing they're daydreaming about here is their wish fulfillment, not the thing that they have. That's what they have all this passion and desire for. They're viewing you as wish fulfillment. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is divine timing. This can represent the wheel of fate or the wheel of destiny. So this can be a fated event. This can be a change in the luck and fortune here. If they're stuck in a connection, this is the wheel spinning on that and getting them unstuck out of that connection. This feels like divine timing a lot, really, because we've got this burden of you waiting on it, them waiting on it. We saw the 3 of Wands, the waiting on it to happen. Judgment, waiting on 10 of Swords to happen, not being able to see exactly what's going on and being worried and fearful that this isn't going to work. There's the universe turning that wheel in the background, making sure things line up the way they're supposed to, so that what's supposed to happen actually happens. Feel like that's the change here. That's the thing spinning so that this can come to an end and the connection with you can begin. And then we've got the 9 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. This is a card of being walled off and defensive about something, but it's also a card of healing. This is the wounded warrior. He's been hurt. So he's built this wall around himself as a way to protect himself so that he doesn't get hurt again, so he doesn't continue to get hurt, because he's trying to heal. He's trying to get his energy right so he can move forward and take the next step in his journey. This is feeling like there was an obstacle in the way between the 2 of you, and as we saw with the Tower, it's coming down. The Wheel of Fortune and the Tower are bringing the wall down. We've already seen what the wall was. It looked like the Queen of Pentacles, like Capricorn, Taurus, possibly Virgo energy, or some mother, wife type of an energy here. She was in the way, and we saw the Queen of Swords cutting her off 2 or 3 different times. We got the 10 of Swords, judgment happening. the burden being let down, things moving forward. It's all looking good here. Now, next, we have the High Priestess in your person's energy. This is she who knows. This is the unconscious mind, the intuition. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness, so she has access to all the information that you and I as humans don't have access to. She sees everything, she knows everything. The problem with her is she doesn't always tell us everything. Sometimes there's stuff that we're not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff that we don't need to know until it's time for us to know. And that's when she clues us in via our intuition or gut feelings or signs or synchronicities like 4499 or 4949, whatever that number is, dreams with messages in them. This is the unconscious mind or the intuition or the connection to spirit and source. This is your person being intuitively guided toward you. Now, sometimes in a love reading, she can represent that the connection between the two of you is deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just something emotional. It's bordering on like a spiritual connection. We saw the Lovers card a minute ago, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Well, the High Priestess is the Divine Feminine energy of the tarot deck. And over in your very first column of cards, one of your clarifiers is card 1, the Magician, the Divine Masculine of the tarot deck. So card 1, card 2 of the major arcana here. To me, this is every bit as, it's better than having like King and Queen of Cups or King and Queen of Wands. This is powerful. This is as good as the Lovers card right here. And now we've seen both of them. So that's all looking good. Tell me more about this High Priestess for Gemini's person, please. Why is it here for Gemini's person in January 2022? Let's get one more on the High Priestess. Okay, I see. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands, Leo energy. Defending their position on something, defending their stance on something, being willing to fight for what it is that they believe in, fight for what it is that they desire. We saw the heavy desire of that King of Wands, heavily thinking about this thing that they want, not what they have. And that being their wish fulfillment, there's just a damn wall in the way, and they're waiting on divine timing to get past that wall. Well, this is their intuition guiding them. This is their gut feelings about this connection with you, and they know that they should fight for it. They're just trying to figure out how to actually get it. How to actually get that connection between the two of you. The Two of Cups again. Cancer energy. I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected, but there is a decision that needs made here. Now, she is card 2 of the major arcana. She rules over those decisions, all the decisions in the deck. We saw it in the clarifiers for the mutual energy, the 2 of Pentacles, another 2. So that weighing the options back and forth, like juggling more than one person, trying to, like being off balance and trying to figure out the right thing to do where you're not going to screw everything up. Some connection here, some choice in that, and an internal conflict related to that. Again, Leo energy, King of Wands, we've seen that represent your person numerous times. Sagittarius, Leo energy. Knowing what they want, being guided and divinely guided toward it. To clarify the High Priestess, 10 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Hanged Man. 10 of Cups is Pisces energy. This is the happy fairy tale ending card. This is most people's goal in terms of love and emotions and relationships. We've already seen the 10 of Pentacles in your side of the table here. Everybody's goal in the physical 3D reality, everybody's goal in love and emotions and relationships. This is the happy family card where everybody's together and loved and appreciated, like literally the happy fairy tale ending that we all want. I feel like your person intuitively knows that they can have that with you, and that's why they want to fight for it, and that's why they're trying to figure out how to be able to get that with you. Then we've got the 9 of Swords here, Gemini energy of fear, worry, anxiety, thinking about that thinking about that so much that it's physically stressing them out, like this is a card of mental anguish, where your person is like just can't shut their mind up about it, probably losing sleep over it, worrying about it, thinking about it with all that worry and anxiety behind their thinking, because they know where they're supposed to be. And things are stuck. Hanged Man is like Pisces energy of no forward movement, progress being halted, things being stuck right where they are, hung up, stagnant. Now the Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's looking at things from a different perspective than he normally would. He's trying to look at things from a different point of view or a different angle than he normally would. And he's doing that, trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out how to get this shit unstuck so I can move it forward from here. Your person is definitely willing to fight for this connection, definitely believes in their gut, and they just know that they're supposed to fight for this connection, and they're thinking about it and worried about how do I get this so much that it's probably stressing them out a little bit, or a lot actually. Final card for your person, Gemini, it's actually two, the Page of Coins and the Four of Coins. Both earth energies here. The Page of Coins would be news, messages, communication of some practical, tangible opportunity presenting itself. Can also represent planning for the future. The Four of Coins is Capricorn energy, and this is an energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. So they're trying to plan for the future with something or someone that they don't want to let go of. Tell me more about this Page of Coins, Four of Coins. Why is that here for Gemini's person, please? Wow. Wow. Bottom of the deck. King of Swords, Gemini energy. This is a decision-making energy here. This is the chief decision maker. This is someone who's very smart, very logical, very rational and reasonable, and even very fair. But it's someone who is emotionally disconnected when he makes his decisions. This is someone who's not interested in the emotions behind what's going on. He's not interested in the story behind what's going on. All he's interested in is the truth and the facts of the matter. What can I see right in front of me? What are the facts of this? And he's going to use the facts only to make the best, most logical, most rational, most fair decision for everyone involved. This is someone who is not going to decide based on emotions, but based on the truth and what's right here in front of me. Three of Wands. We saw that at the beginning of the reading. Aries energy of waiting on something to happen. Being at the beginning stages of manifesting what they want and having a positive expectancy that what they want is going to materialize. It just hasn't happened yet and they're waiting on it. Knight of Pentacles. Slowest moving knight in the deck. This is slow forward movement, methodical. A lot of times this is something that's very frustrating because it's moving a lot slower than the person wants it to be going. They want it to be going more at this Knight of Coins or Knight of Swords speed here, and they're getting this Knight of Pentacles very slow speed. A lot of times this is something that feels like no progress is even happening at all. It feels a lot like the Hanged Man, where everything is completely stuck and stagnant, only it's not. It's actually moving. It's just happening nice and slow. So your person's waiting on something. Progress is actually happening on it. And they're about to make some kind of a decision regarding planning for the future with something that they're holding on to and not wanting to let go of. It's looking like we already saw the Queen of Swords cutting off the things and the people that no longer serve you, that are no longer in your best interest. This is the counterpart to that. We did see the King and the Queen of Cups representing the two of you. those are counterparts. Two cards that are supposed to be together are two people who are probably supposed to be together. In the King and the Queen of Swords, that represents two people who used to be together. I'm feeling like your person is going to be very fair and logical and rational and reasonable about what's about to happen here. And they're going to make the best logical, rational, fair decision for everyone involved, because they have this immense desire for you. They're constantly thinking about you. They're feeling pulled toward you. They feel like they could have this 10 of Cups. They have the 9 and the 10 of Cups out here. And they're tired of worrying about it, and they're tired of things being hung up, and tired of waiting, and tired of things moving so slow. I feel like that's the damn burden that your person has been feeling here, and they're ready to move forward. They're ready to advance this love connection with you and get into a balanced connection. I'm feeling like the one that they're in probably isn't balanced. It's probably off balance. To clarify this page of coins, 4 of coins, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Strength, and the Chariot. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. We've seen this represented as the person that they're with here. And notice, when we're talking about them, they're not showing up as counterpart matches here. We got King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. These cards don't belong together. And I think your person sees that. They understand that, like consciously get that. And I think they have to have some sort of a plan in how they're going to deal with the Queen of Pentacles here. We've already seen how that plan ends, that there's a 10 of Swords, Judgment. We've seen the Tower. We've seen that 5 of Pentacles, the abandonment being cast aside. We've seen that a couple, 3 different times now. And we're seeing it again here, because after the Queen of Pentacles, we have Strength. This is a difficult situation for your person. It's probably going to be a difficult situation for their person that they're currently attached to here. Now, everybody does have the internal strength to make it through this situation. They're just going to need to tap into it right now. This is Leo energy. It's also an energy of trying to rein themselves in, trying to hold themselves back so they don't move too quickly on something and make some kind of a mistake, hurt somebody or hurt themselves or whatever. They're just trying to be patient and rein themselves in, and this whole thing is difficult to deal with here. But ultimately, the way it ends is the Chariot. This is moving forward very, very quickly. This is the fastest energy in the tarot deck. It's much faster than this Knight of Swords that we've seen at the very beginning here. So things go from completely stuck and stagnant to slow forward movement with that Knight of Pentacles that we see here, to the fastest energy in the deck. This is so fast, it's like a bullet coming out of a gun. This is about using the will to move forward very quickly in success and victory, to get past any problems or challenges or walls or obstacles that are in the way. It's getting past all of that stuff and moving forward quickly in success and victory. This can also represent them getting in the Chariot and just getting the hell out of Dodge, which looks like that's what's happening. They're trying to figure out how to plan for the future with the thing that they don't want to let go of, which is you. And it's a difficult spot because she's in the way, or this other person is in the way. But they're getting in the Chariot and they're rolling out. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, then click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Gemini love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.